Hello, this is Shar from the Real Kitchen for Real People, and I would like to say happy, blessed New Year. And I trust that everyone is feeling and doing well. I started this channel in 2020 during the time where I was a caretaker for, or caregiver as some say, for my mom. And by starting this channel, it helped during some stressful periods. So I was able to come into the kitchen and make some of her favorite dishes that actually soothed me while I was making them. So my daughter suggested this channel, and we went from there in 2020. Now looking back, we have really grown, and only through your support, and I appreciate that much. As at the end of last year of 2024, I had a total of 5,405 subscribers. I had 261.2 thousand views with 62 uploads, and this is as of 2024. And then I had 14.1K likes. And this is all because of your support. Now, as of today, I have 6,457 subscribers. And one of the most popular videos, the top video for 2024 was the fried potatoes and onions, where I had 13.1 thousand watch hours. And then I had the top short video, which was the leftover meatloaf secret, with 2,457 views. So all this is because of you, and I truly, truly appreciate you much. Now today we're going to make what I call the quick gumbo. And I came up with this because, you know, gumbo usually takes a long time to cook, and I just had a taste for that type of soup. I will come up with these thoughts of making something at the last minute, so that's why I'm calling it the quick gumbo. Because sometime when you're in the kitchen or during your busy day, once you get through with all what you're doing during the day, you think, oh, okay, what am I going to make for dinner? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when I say a real kitchen for real people. Because sometimes you don't have time to plan, and so you just get in the kitchen and go with it. So this is a quick gumbo that I come up with, and it is delicious, and I wanted to share it with you. Now the first thing you will have is, of course, chicken, and I have 8 pieces of chicken that I've cleaned and for sure be able to clean your chicken. And I skin mine, except, you know, some of the pieces I don't. I'll show you. Some of the pieces I don't skin, and of course, you know, the wings you can't, because I don't want it real greasy. Okay? And then you will have hot links of your choice. I get these at the deli, and I prefer the hot. So, because once you cook it, it kind of, that seasoning in the hot link seasons your broth. Okay, and we're going to have bay leaves. You're going to have garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, Creole seasoning, kosher salt, black pepper, and Italian seasoning. You also going to have chopped up onions. I have the white onion, and then I have green onions, or shallots, and I have garlic here, and celery. So all these things are going to be put into my pot of broth, chicken broth, and then I'm going to fill it up halfway. I have a Dutch oven that I'm going to fill up halfway with the chicken broth, and then continue filling it up with water. So I'm going to do that right now. So if you have a pot and you want to cook along with me, grab your pot. Make sure it's a pretty good sized pot, because it's going to be, you don't want it to spill over. So I'm going to start my broth and water. Okay, I filled up my Dutch oven pot halfway with water, and now I'm going to fill it up with the rest of the way, about 3/4 way with chicken broth. Okay, so we got that in there. Now I want to put in 2 bouillon cubes. Okay, and the recipe will be in the description area, because sometimes I don't have everything out, but if I come up with something I want to add, I'll be sure to put it in the description. So you want to make sure you get your items according to the description below needed for this recipe. Now I want to add my chicken pieces. And you can use any chicken parts you want. I like to use the dark meat as much as possible. And if you want, you can add chicken breast, but that, make sure you do put at least 2 or 3 dark pieces in there, because the dark meat gives it a lot of flavor. Turn your oven on medium. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, what you do at this point is let your chicken cook for about 45 minutes. And then you're going to come in with your vegetables and your hot links and that type of thing. So I'm going to let this cook and settle in this pot for 45 minutes. Top on it. Okay, while the chicken is settling in the pot, I will chop up my sausage, and they'll be about that thick, and you can have them as thick as you want, but I don't want mine to be too thick. So about that size is great. So I'm just going to cut these up. Now you can use hot links or mild links, but for this recipe, to me, the hot links are better. Gives your broth a better flavor, but it's up to you if you can handle that or not. And I just get these hot links from my nearby deli. If you don't have a deli that sells hot links, then just get them at your grocery store. Okay, those are all ready to go into my broth. Okay, it's been in there 45 minutes settling. And I'm going to add my sausage. That I just cut up. I'm just going to dump that all in there. This is so easy. And then I am going to dump all of my vegetables in there. I have the green onions, the onions, and the garlic. Now I didn't slice the garlic all up. I just sliced it, cut it in two like that. So I'm going to put all of that in there. And you do the same. This is so delicious. You just kind of spoon it around in there. Don't that look beautiful? Okay. Add your celery. Move it around in there. Okay, and now I'm going to add all these spices. And I just add them, I didn't measure, but I add probably about 2 teaspoons of each. That's onion powder. Then I have what I call Cajun style. So you can just kind of doctor it up with any of your favorite spices. Black pepper, of course. Probably about a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add Italian seasoning. Two bay leaves. Let's say 2 to 3 in case they small like that. Okay, put that in there. Then I'm going to add my garlic powder. Add my oregano. And then add my Tony's Creole seasoning, which I use quite a bit of in quite a bit of recipes I have. Then just a little kosher salt. Give that a stir. And that's why I say it's so easy. You just putting everything in there at once, so those vegetables and spices can cook all in the chicken. Okay, and now I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter. Since I take the skin off of my chicken, most parts, I'll give it a little fat by adding about a tablespoon of butter. So I won't overdo it on that richness. Okay, and then we're going to turn that down to medium low. You're going to cover it and let it cook for an hour. And we'll be back. So add about 2 tablespoons of Rotel tomatoes. And I'll wait till at the end and see if I need to add more. But I add 2 tablespoons during this cooking process. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, closer up. Beautiful. Cover and cook. Now, sometimes when you're cooking, your pot is really full, so I kind of put a little bit too much liquid in here, but it'll start boiling over. So when that happens, turn your fire down and take your top off for a little bit until it kind of cooks down. So turn your fire down just a little bit between medium and low, and take the top off if it starts spilling over, which is what happened to mine. So I'm sharing this with you. If you overload your pot and it starts bubbling over, then just simply lower your heat and take the top off for a little bit. Okay, once the bubbling stops, you can put your lid back on, but tilt it. so it will avoid that overspill. If it does it again, you just do the same thing. Take the top off and let it settle down, and then place your top back on with the tilt. Okay, until it cooks down to where it's not bubbling over. Okay, in between your cooking time, you want to gradually move your broth around, stirring, make sure that the vegetables get in there, incorporated really good. So we're going to do a light stir. And as you can see, it came down some, the overspill came down. So just cooking it, stirring it, and it smells awesome. Okay, and I'm going to put the top back on it and tilt the top like that. Okay, I've taken the top off, and I have about 20 more minutes for cooking time. So in this bowl I have a tablespoon of flour, and I'm gonna add just a little broth to that. About 2 tablespoons of broth, and then I'm gonna add cold water to this and stir it until it's smooth. Okay, here it is. I just added a little water to that. 1 tablespoon of flour, and probably about 2 tablespoons of cold water, and then 1 tablespoon of your broth out of here. And stir it until it's smooth like that. And this is your thickening. So you're gonna add this while you stir in your broth. So add and stir it as you adding it. Okay. And then you're going to stir that around in there. And this is about when you have about 20 minutes left in cooking time. And that just kind of gives your broth a little firmness, just a little bit, thickening. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to put the top back on it and let it continue to cook. And now I'm going to cover it completely, leaving it on between medium and low heat. Okay, like I said, I might add a little something in between, so you can either add, this is optional, you can add spinach to it. And I have mustard greens in the freezer, so I'm just gonna put about a half a cup of them in there just to give it a little color there. See? So I'm gonna stir those up in there. So this is kind of something you can just be creative with, but this is optional on top of that. The original, if you want to add spinach or greens of any kind, kale, feel free to do that. So then put the top back on it. Like I said, when I think to add something else, I'll let you know, but I think that's gonna do it. Okay, I took the top off, and it's ready. And you can serve this with rice, or over mashed potatoes, or or just by itself with soup, crackers, or whatever you want to serve it with. So I'm gonna spoon it out for you, let you see how it looks. Get a piece of this meat. that look good? Yeah. So that is your quick gumbo that is delicious and perfect for this time of year. With these cold weathers coming up, you want something warm, some comfort food. So this is a great recipe to share with your family and friends coming over, or just your own self, just by yourself sipping on it, because it is fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? So if you like this recipe, be sure to give me thumbs up on it, and make sure you let me know what you added to the recipe for your spin. If you used kale or shrimp or spinach or what, let me know what you've added to make it your own spin. So also, if you have not yet, be sure to subscribe to this cooking channel. And I'm hoping and trusting that the recipes that are posted on this channel will help new cooks, or even some veteran cooks with new ideas or new recipes to share. And be sure to share them with your neighbors, your friends, other family members. Be sure to share those with them, because that really helps the channel continue to grow and to continue offering training for our new generation of cooks. So without further ado, I am going to, you know what, chow down on it, and I'll talk to you later. Love, love. To take advantage of the special price on the Real Kitchen for Real People Family Story Cookbook that is now available on Amazon. So be sure to go out and get that wonderful cookbook. It's a lot of short stories and memories of gatherings around our table, which is a lot of fun to read and enjoy the recipes and poems. So be sure to check out The Real Kitchen for Real People on Amazon to take advantage of this unique family story cookbook.